All right. Members of the culture, I am Ra. You're here, and we're doing something a little different today. We are actually coming to you live. I mean, you know that, but we're going to do a live review. We've never done that before. We're going to do an actual live review. Typically, you guys don't see it as it happens, it's after the fact. But we're going to do a live one today for y'all. You can see them in the background. We're about to review them. I just opened the boxes. Hot off the press, we're going to review the Gamerverse, Miles Morales from Spider-Man 2 in his Boricua suit. Hope I didn't mispronounce that too bad. Boricua. I'm trying. Okay. Spider-Man 2 in the Boricua suit for Miles Morales. As you can see, there's six of them in this line. For those of you that may not know that, we'll review him live. And we're also going to review, boom, Peter Parker in his anti-venom suit style from the game. If you have not played the game Spider-Man 2 on PlayStation, I'd advise you to do so. That suit is really cool right there, right? I love the design on the back of the package. But this picture is phenomenal. Great box art. We may collect this whole line, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but you can clearly see it. There it is. I mean, just awesome. All right. So, those of you, I'm sure you got a million questions like, well, what does it come with? Well, here we go. These figures, right out the gate or out the box, or however you want to say it, um, Peter Parker in the anti venom suit comes with, I'll show you what I got. I've got a web line, I've got some open hands, I've got some flip hands, like when he webs people up. Right? That's what he's got inside of his package. That's Miles Morales, excuse me. Peter Parker in the anti-venom suit. With him, you get an additional head, which is cool. Web line also. Flip hands, open hands. Now, why Miles didn't come with a different head, I don't know. That is weird. They put another head in that one, but not that one. Who knows? Hasbro makes their decisions, and we just roll with it. All right. Anyway, folks, let's get to right. Talk about these figures. We'll talk about Miles Morales first. I just started kind of messing around with the figure and playing with it and posing. I'm trying to get it close so y'all can see it. There he is, right there. Miles, a proud New Yorker, Puerto Rican, Boricua, as they say. That's the figure. I mean, a very nice figure, actually. I mean, I can't say it's a typical. Well, it's a typical Marvel legend. I mean, there's some flexibility. I mean, you can see it right there live. I mean, this man can bend about so far. Let's see. Wow, look at that, man! A Marvel legend bending back like that. Gonna have some fun posing this guy. Give him some awesome poses. But looks like we've got double jointed knees. Look at that. Man can actually can kick his own tail, right? Look at that, man. That is some serious articulation. Kick himself in the back. And I didn't even have to buy a Maximum Spider-Man to do that. No disrespect to Maximum Spider-Man fans. One day we'll have it on the channel. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you that. You know, I always spoil everything for you all. We will have it one day here on the channel. But I want you to take a look at that. Right? Didn't have to spend $50 for these guys. Now, I did see a range in price. These came from Target, so I'll go ahead and let you in on that now. They're appearing in Targets lately. I don't think they're exclusive because Amazon has posted. Now with Walmart, you never know if you're getting a third party seller or Walmart themselves. You have to do a little dig a little deeper. Excuse me, to find that out. With them, you'll have to do that. So I don't know, but Amazon same thing. But usually Amazon is them. But in any case, they're like the prices are ranging. It's weird, it's kind of like the whole maximum Hulk thing on Amazon, where where he's a bunch of different prices. These guys are kind of the same thing. Target had them 24.99 on Amazon. Same figure, 31.99. I don't understand because there's a black suit one that we want to get, and that one was 24. They're all 24.99, but for some at Target, for some reason they're 31 and 28 and 26. I guess 29 at GameStop. It's weird. It's all over the place. So you just have to do your research, folks. Is what I can tell you. Double jointed elbows. I mean, look at that. I mean, that right there. That is. I really can't complain too much. I mean, I could, but what good would it do? I mean, look at that. Man can punch himself. I mean, double jointed everywhere. Look at that. So it's got some good articulation. We've got butterfly shoulders right here. Butterfly ring, love shoulder, same thing, covering up, the gap that you normally see, and adding to his range and flexibility. But you can do some. I can tell you right now, just by, and like I said, we've had this. We just opened that box, had this thing not even 5 minutes, and I'm excited to do some figure photography. And those of you that don't know, I'm just an amateur. I just try to put some cool stuff together and take pictures and share with the world. I'm not a toy photographer. I don't claim to be. But I mean, look at that. Look at the bend back on that. I mean, I'm not saying now when you get figures like this, and I don't know. Obviously, more things came with Maximum Spider-Man, but in terms of articulation, I mean, you're talking to a guy that has some Marvel Legends. Like this is actually um, pretty good, to be honest with you. Head full rotation, got a little. I mean, you got tilt. I mean, I don't know. Maximum Spider-Man was $50, and these guys are half of that, and they've got not as many as accessories as that. I will say that, but articulation. I mean, you could get this if you could get some hands. I'm assuming you have some interchangeable hands. You could get them in some crazy poses. I mean, you've got the ball joint right here on the ankle that can pivot. No toe articulation. Now that I will say is missing of the articulation. There's no toe articulation. Also, you all can see it. No toe articulation. Ankles, yes, but toes, no. So there are some poses like you get them perched on the wall. Those of you false Spider-Man know what I'm talking about. There'll be some poses you can't do, but you'll be able to do a lot of poses with this. Um, I am fairly impressed. And I do like the color. I don't know if the camera will pick it up all the way on this guy right here. The anti-venom suit. This is pretty freaking cool, man. I'm a fan of this one. I almost got the black suit one, and I am going to get it. Trust me. But there's a reason why we didn't get it. We're not made of money here. We're not sponsored yet. So we had to make some choices, and we chose these. Same articulation. Where you can clearly see it: double jointed elbows, double jointed knees, bicep. I mean, we got a thigh cut and swivel right there. Um, you can look at that. I mean, we're talking about some of the same poses. No toe articulation, so it's not there. But the ankle does do the same as in the Miles Morales. You've got the swivel and pivot, right? I mean, but this folks, I'm sorry. I don't know what other YouTubers have said because normally I do look at reviews because I try to see what everybody else thinks out there. I like this suit. It reminds me. It's been a while since I played the game. I'll probably go fire it up when we finish this review. But nonetheless, this figure is pretty good. I don't have any complaints over it. I like the suit. That's one thing about that Spider-Man too. If you haven't played it, there are a plethora of suits, and Hasbro is cashing in big time on the suits. But there's a bunch. There you go. You can get a really good look at them. Awesome figure. Good sculpting, that I'd have to say. Um, Somebody fell over, but we'll talk about that in a minute. You can clearly see the head can go all the way back right there. Actually, a little bit more than Miles, but same on the bend, the ability to go back as I fumble with camera placement. Good ab crunch, able to bend quite a bit over. I mean, I really can't complain too much. I would have liked to have had the toe articulation, but that may really be a conscious decision they made to distinguish it from the maximum line. Because let's be honest, if we can get all of this for 25, who's going to pay 50 for maximum, right? So they had to keep something. So I guess they said we won't articulate the feet. We'll make them buy that. And then I said the additional head on this one too is pretty cool. Um, that's really these guys are going to score very similar, to be honest with you. Now, Cool is going to be kind of divisive in a way because I played the game, and I think that if you haven't played the game, there's going to be some context you're missing, right? But I have to say, definitely on Cool. I mean, these guys are pretty cool to me. I like these figures. I would definitely score them. For what they are, and let me check one thing real quick here as I get my handy tape measure out. Let me check something, like, because I feel like I know, but I want to be clear. All right, so they're just a little bit over 6 inches, both of them. I have to say, back to the what I was saying, cool. These figures are really cool. Particularly, I like these suits. I mean, they're ripped straight from the game. Cool. I'm feeling generous today, so I'm gonna go. It's hard to say because I really like both suits, but I'm gonna go ahead and go 15 on each of them for cool. And I'm sorry because we're doing this live, I didn't give you the usual spiel, so forgive me for those of you that are used to the spiel. I'll go ahead and do it. We are doing Let's Talk About It. So when we do Let's Talk About It, that means we are reviewing something. If we're reviewing something, we have 5 things we got to talk about. Those 5 things are cool, articulation, price, display, and accessories. Now that you know that, you automatically know I got 5 on it. So let's talk about it. Now, as I was saying, we're cool. These guys to me are cool. But we're talking about we just started with Miles, but you can kind of consider this almost simultaneous, but I'll split it up to be honest. When it comes to Miles, he's got cool 15 points. Articulation, folks, that's crazy. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you on that. Um, I could dock something off. I mean, if I really wanted to, I mean, I think at this point that would be nitpicking to dock toe articulation as we call it. But I mean, I'll be fair. There are some of you that are going to pose these figures to till the to no end, and I don't blame you, especially toy photographers. Anybody out there that's a toy photographer that's a member of the culture, or if you're not a member of the culture and you're a toy photographer, I'm sure that's something that might bother you, not having toe articulation. Um, so if I take the toe articulation, if I was to take toe articulation away, and I really think that's bad to do, but I'll dock a point. So they will get 19. Miles will get 19 points for the toe articulation. Next up, price. That's typical Marvel Legends price. There's 24.99 is about normal, I think. Now it depends on where you go. You may be paying, as I just explained earlier in the video, you might be spending, in upwards of $30, 31.99, depending on who it is you're buying it from. But I think more or less that the price is fair. It's good. It's nothing to write home about. It's pretty consistent with what I would normally give it. So for me, it's 15 points there. Next, display. These guys are going to display fantastically, and I got something coming up. I will not spoil that, but there's a particular reason that I wanted these guys. Okay, but they're going to go with that. But the display, I mean, what more can I say? They're going to display fantastically, and I give them 20 points for that. Last but not least, accessories. Um, it's kind of hard to like I think in the case of Miles, an extra head would have been cool, but I didn't get that. I didn't get a spider sense thing to go on. But this is not a maximum line, right? So when I'm trying to be as fair as I can, I have to grade this based off of Marvel Legend. I can't really put it up against maximum line or deluxe or anything like that. I have to grade this figure and let it stand on its own, right? So when we do these reviews, if we're doing a maximum like the Hulk, or or something like. I think these gamer verse are. I don't know how Marvel is positioning them, but I'm not going to grade it up against something that's maximum. So if I just let it stand on its own for accessories and just be fair, I mean, I'm still gonna give it 15 points, right? So that would give Miles Morales, the Boricua Miles Morales suit, that would give him a total of 84 points, right? Now, when it comes to anti venom, you can really apply the same exact rules, right, that I just gave you on the other ones. The only edge I'm going to give on him. I'm going to give the anti-verse, the Peter Parker anti-venom suit. I am going to give him one slight edge in accessories. I'm going to give him 16 points because he did include the extra head. Okay, so all things considered, that gives him 85 points. So 84 for Miles, 85 for the Peter Parker anti-venom suit, right? So, hey, that to me, that's worth your money. I think these are two good Marvel Legends. I haven't seen the other reviewers out there, but if you have these, feel free. As just whether you have them or not, please chime in, get in the comments section. Please keep it classy. But let me know: do you have these figures? Do you plan on getting these figures? I mean, how do you? What do you guys think? What do you think about this Gamerverse line as a whole? I think it's pretty cool. These are some cool 6-inch figures that are going to go good in your display because we've got something we're working on, right? And I'm gonna go ahead now that I've reviewed these figures and talked about them. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna talk about that line as a whole, right? We're gonna take a minute. We're not gonna make this a full blown one. We're gonna talk about it, but y'all know, those of you that saw the channel, you see this big beast right here. We are fed up. Gamerverse. One man, so far, if I'm being 100% real, folks, I'm spoiling again because we are going to do another top 10 video, and I'm working on something. I can't spoil that. I know you'll say, come on, Rod, you always spoil it. No, there's one thing I can't spoil because that involves another person, and I don't want to spoil that, right? That's a big surprise coming up. Okay, just know I'm working on something for the channel, for the culture, for the members. Okay, so trust me. And I know y'all say he's lighting up with excitement. That's because I love this hobby, right? But I've got something I'm working on, man. Here I am with this Venom again. You can't help but love this figure. I mean, like they did their thing with this thing, man. Toe articulation. You see it right there. Weird that they did the nails and stuff. I mean, I thought that was weird, but nonetheless, I love this figure. I really do. One of my favorites in my collection, period. Never mind 2025 or whatever. We talking about period. Standing on business. And if I'm standing on business, which I try to at all times, I got to stand on business 100%. One of my best figures. I mean, not my best figure, one of their best figures of the year. And then, of course, we got to get my boy, Hulk. And someone on the channel did ask me, was I gonna, and I told them I'd done the amended videos. I love this Hulk too. I did the amended, like I said amended, but I did kind of a video. We'll just call it that because that's what it was, kind of a short, letting you guys know my real thoughts on Maximum Hulk because I gave a review, which I thought was kind of fair, but I had to re-emphasize some things because there's a lot of hate going on the Hulk, this Maximum Hulk figure. It's a damn good Hulk, folks. I be honest with you. If he was, like I said, if he had been 29, nobody would have said anything if he was 29. I promise you. I promise you. Very well, someone's always going to say something, but the backlash and the initial, because I think it's softened as after he's launched and people have got him in hand, have gotten to play with him and pose him and do stuff, and then realize just how awesome, as I stumble with the camera again, just how awesome that he actually is as people start to figure that stuff out and say, hey, man, this Hulk figure is pretty sweet, right? Once they started messing around with him, then you start to see some different reviews come out and justifiably and say, hey, people, we were a little too harsh on this Hulk. And I think we were, myself included, maybe a little bit, but I didn't trash the figure then, and I'm not going to trash it now. Damn good Green Hulk. Only Green Hulk I have. I didn't get the 85th anniversary or Immortal Hulk. And right now, the price of Immortal Hulk has always been kind of expensive, but with Diamond Select going out of business, the third party market, it's killing right now. I'm telling you, Immortal Hulk, between $150, $200, $130 is the least I saw. So this may really be the best Green Hulk you can get for the money. With Diamond Select clothes, unless you're a local comic store. Support your local comic shops, by the way. Wherever city you're in, if there's a local mom and pop, nothing against Walmart, nothing against Target. I shop there. You guys know that. And Amazon, but support your local mom and pop. Those people trying to make a dollar and trying to support our hobby. Something you can get locally. You don't have to ship. You can just go to your local mom and pop and go get. You know, support your local comic shop, your local collectible shop. All right, that's just my spiel on that. But you can't if you find one of them, you might be able to get a Hulk like that at a decent price. But outside of that, yeah, he's outrageous with the prices. Those prices are maximum. No pun intended. Oh, don't block, man. Just get back to that. All right, so like I was saying, what I wanted to talk about was this Game Reverse line. Folks, this Gameverse line appears to be a real thing now. I did a video, another one I think was live. I can't remember. We did so many videos on the channel, but I did an actual video where I talked about where Marvel, the future of Hasbro, and where they were positioning after the fan post they did, a fan fest post, whatever it is, but you know what I'm talking about, the fan fest where they had with Dan Yoon and everybody, where they talked about the future and they really emphasized this Game Reverse line that you saw. The Game Reverse line is a real thing. It's continuing. I had the thoughts that was where they were going. I was kind of before the reveals. I didn't know how far they were going to go. I spoke when I saw the Venom. After the Venom, I saw them after I saw that launch. I then saw a post about the Gameverse line with the Spider-Man, rest of Spider-Man 2 figures, where they showed all of these guys, right? And then I heard about a Kingpin, and then I got to thinking. I said, man, they really are going to launch another one of these figures. They're gonna launch some more of these figures. This might be not a temporary thing. This might be something they plan on really rolling with. And as we can see now, based off the last presentation they did, it's clear that the Gameverse is here to stay, folks. And I asked how you felt about it then. Well, how do you feel about it now? Since we know it's a real thing, how long it'll go, we don't know. They got a lot of games to pull from, believe it or not. So if that's what they want to do, and these are essentially like, I'm not gonna say different figures, because some of them are gonna have reuse. We know that you got to get the most out these molds, right? But some of it's going to be new, but we have something that feels kind of fresh. I get it. We got a bunch of Marvel Legends. They're still technically Marvel Legends. Let's not pull the wool over anybody's eyes. I mean, it does say it, right? Marvel Legends, but they're game reverse, right? So in a way, it feels like we're doing something new, something fresh. We're pulling from Spider-Man in this particular case for the Gameverse line, but it does feel like it's kind of fresh, kind of new. Even though the game's been out, there are people that haven't played it, shockingly, but they haven't. But to bring these characters and bring these particular versions of these characters to us, it does feel kind of fresh and new, and I appreciate that. Rather than just the constant reuse that we get sometimes, we are getting something that feels, hey, new and cool, right? Because we've had the Miles Morales, we've had Peter Parkers, we haven't had them in these suits because they came from the game, right? But I think that's really a cool idea. You can build upon that. I'm a fan of the Gameverse. If you can't tell, I'm okay with it. As long as they can keep putting out stuff like this Venom, and these figures are cool. But if they keep going this way, I'm all right with Gameverse. Maximum, I'm all right with it. I'd like the pricing to kind of be a little different, but I am okay with it. But as a whole, yeah, I do like where Hasbro's going this year. They started off slow, but folks, they're starting to cook and take some news away from Todd McFarlane. He appears to be battling because he's launching stuff. And if you're a collector, it's a good time right now, man. It's a really good time to be a collector. I know I'm excited. Everybody here is happy about it. If you're a collector, we're the winners. You got to be selective in what you're going to do, because clearly they don't give a crap about our wallets. But you need to be selective. And as long as you can be selective, it looks like there'll be a little bit of something for every collector. Those of you that are looking for just regular Marvel Legends will get it. Something different in Gameverse, you can get it. The Maximum line, you can get it. Todd McFarlane's dropping stuff. I mean, everybody seems to be, in light of current events, tariffs, and all that kind of stuff, we can get some good stuff. So if you collect, as long as you know, if you're wise with your money, you pick your spots. Because third party market can be a little tricky because I know people want to make money, but then we do have, I gotta say the word, I'm not hurting anyone's feelings, scalpers. All right, so they are out there. So you gotta watch it, right? If it depends on how bad you want something, it's your money. You make the best decision for you and your family and your hobby. We support you 110%. Do what's best for you. But this year looks like 2025 still, despite everything, looks like it's going to be a damn good year for collectors out there. So, folks, I appreciate y'all spending this time with me. I'm not going to take no more of your time right now. We got some reviews coming this week. Obviously, we're going to be posting. We did this live, but we do have a couple more things coming. Can't spoil it. Trust me, they're coming. And then that big thing I got cooking in the oven that I can't spoil either. So, look, until then, go down in the comments down below. Let us know what you think about the Gamerverse line as a whole. These two figures right here. Let us know what you think about them. Let us know what you think about collecting in 2025. Is it shaping up to be all that you want it to be? Could it be better? Are you happy? Are you not happy? Share those thoughts. All I ask is you keep it classy. You guys know that. Please do that. Help us fight the fight against the YouTube algorithm. So like this video, share this video, comment on it, let somebody else know because we need more members in this culture. So look, until we see you guys again, as we say, always, thank you for watching, okay? Please continue to stay collecting. Please continue to stay tuned. And above all, ladies, gentlemen, dogs, cats, giraffes, gorillas, orangutans, everybody, stay great. We will catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.